Stratosphere blog! Not really. Hey, what's up? We're here, not in my studio, we're actually in Steve's artwork. This is the Deborah Ortego's Juniper Art Gallery, which is at the front space of our studio here in fabulous downtown space in fabulous downtown Las Vegas. Although the part of downtown Las Vegas we're in is not quite as fabulous as some of the other parts, especially them fancy parts that someone's spending $350 million to develop. No, we're here in the Naked City, although it's technically the Gateway District, but it's the Naked City, which is okay, which is cool. It keeps the rents cheap, and I'm cheap. So why am I vlogging today? Well, because I haven't done it in a while, and you like how the lights change. That's because there's different lights overhead. So I got invited to a poetry event. I really need, I hate to do this when I turn on the fluorescence. Oh, God, no, that's terrible. So, I guess I'll go back out here into the quasi-sunlight. So I got invited to a poetry event, and I commented something about how I like the person who is the star, but I'm not a fan of poetry. I may have used the word hate of poetry. And of course the irony is that back in the 1990s, that's all I did was write and read poetry. I went to like 3 different poetry readings a week and read my awful teenage angst-spawned nonsense that was highly influenced by other nonsense like alcohol-spawned poetry that Jim Morrison wrote. I mean, of course, it all plays into, me trying to write music like The Doors, and me being really into like the beat stuff and like all that, and it took me years to get out of that. And I feel really bad because some of my favorite people are really good poets, and some of them are like poetry professionals and professors and stuff like that, and they're editors and they publish books, and I can't get into it, man. Like, whenever I'm listening to NPR, there'll be like a story that comes up and they'll have a poet on it, like the poet laureate of, some country or some city or some state or whatever. And I'm like, click, gotta find something crappy on commercial radio. I don't know what it is. I have such an opposition to poetry now, and it's almost irrational. It just doesn't even make any sense. It's like, maybe it's because I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm like, I ain't got time for pretty writing, right? It's not that I don't see the value of it. I totally get it. I think it's great. I just don't like it. And I feel bad about it. And I don't know if I should feel bad about it. I mean, do I feel bad because I don't like, professional wrestling? No. Why would I feel bad about that? It's silly to me. It's not silly to you, maybe, because you like to watch dudes in little shorts jump around and touch each other. That's cool if you're into that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not my thing. But poetry, I feel bad about not liking it. And especially I feel bad about not liking it considering how many years I spent pushing my shitty poetry on the world. I'm not even censoring that. My shitty poetry on the world. So that's my story. Of course, what I'll probably end up doing one of these days is reprinting one of my poetry collections from like my early 20s or late teens or whenever I did it, and putting it out there for you guys to mock, just so that I can then really hate poetry, because I'll be like, they're mocking me, mommy, they're mocking me. I'm gonna get back to work now. Whatever.